Hi.
Hallo.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Goedemorgen. Goedemorgen.
Goedemorgen. Sonja en Albert. Jasper. Hey, tijdje niet gezien, Jasper. Goedemorgen.
Good morning.
En Yvonne en Nico natuurlijk. Nico op de achtergrond. En en Wim. En Desiree. Ik weet niet wat pakken is, maar dat ga je vast uitleggen.
Wim is practicing his Indonesian every time he joins us, and now he says pakan. I have no idea what that means.
Me too. No problem.
I'm sure you have the best of intentions, so pakan to you.
And Graham back. Hey, nice that you join us again, Graham. We missed you a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
and Philip and Dagmar, of course.
The Canucks are checking in.
Woof.
Woof. That's pakan.
Because the new dog.
Yes. And how's the new dog? Well, he's laying she is laying here under my feet. And she's not 5 months yet. That will be next week. Next week she will be 5 months. And to be very honest, I'm very happy with her. She is extremely sweet and very smart and very curious. But you never realize how much shit can come out of a small dog. Honestly.
Albert wants to know her name.
It's Licha. Licha. And officially, according to her pedigree, her name is Alice. But after discussion here in this area, there are people that are called Alice, and you don't do them a big favor by naming your dog after a person. They don't like that here. So.
But she is a Wonderland.
Alice, Alice in Wonderland, yeah. But so it's Licha. Licha, not Richa, but Licha.
Yeah, Richa means chili pepper.
Yeah, and but she's very sweet, and it's a German Shepherd. Goedemorgen, and another Yvonne. So that makes 3 Yvonnes today.
So nice to see. Yeah, the 3 Yvonnes. They're almost like the 3 female musketeers.
Yes. And then Paulus D'Artagnan.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks a lot for joining us all. It's good to see everyone back again. No, you can't go on holiday. Yes, we still have Corona, but anyway, we're not going to talk about that. Before we start, please do share the stream with all your friends and everyone you know. I was thinking, Graham says...
Graham said a lot of shit.
I like to keep it family friendly.
Yeah. Well, poo in Mananonese is Thai. T-A-Y. Thai.
Yeah.
So then I should have...
Wouldn't make anyone happy.
No.
Albert wants to know if you can show her.
Oh, yeah, that will be a little bit complicated, I think, because...
Well, yeah, we don't want to move our studio a lot. See?
Hello, guys. We don't see you anymore.
No, well, the idea is that you're supposed to.
Okay.
No, later.
Yeah, we respect her too much because she's taking a nap. But now you woke her up.
Okay. So, wait. I have another idea.
All right, here we go. Let me just a second, Paul.
Yeah, I still have time. No problem.
And this is Licha, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, so Jasper is correct. And hi, Jose. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you again, too. Moving the dog would be easier. It's true. And Paul is wearing a wry smile.
Why?
A wry smile. It's a little bit like this. So anyway, ladies and gents, this is Lisa.
Yes, and she has huge ears. Look.
You know, this reminds me of...
and huge paws also.
You know the TV show Blue Peter on the BBC?
No.
They always had a dog on the show. This reminds me of that. Anyway, yes, she's a very pretty lady. We all do agree. Anyway, I have to do my due diligence. Please, everyone, do share the stream with all your friends. And today we're having a little bit of a different format. We're going back to the diver spotlight with our good friend here.
Say hi, Paul.
Say hi, Paul.
Oh, hello.
Oh, sorry.
Sometimes you can't shut him up, and sometimes you can't make him talk.
No, Paul is a very good friend of ours, and he's going to answer a number of questions that he's on the hot seat today.
Yes,
with a number of
we're
questions.
going to interview him.
And mainly because, sorry, Paul, just a sec. The Blue Peter dog many years ago was called Shep. I didn't know this.
No, me too. And of course, Graham knows.
Of course, Graham knows. He's a fountain of knowledge, that man.
Yes.
Anyway, we're going to interview Paul, who's a very avid, he's a real underwater video aficionado. He loves taking underwater videography. If you've been following our page, you've seen a couple of his edits coming by that show a lot of beautiful stuff. We're going to show all of that, but we want to make it a little bit different and interview Paul here.
Yes,
so that's what we're going to do.
Yeah. So I just start with the first question, Paul. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
Okay, then
if I can show you a little bit
and
around.
Then the second question. And then the second question, Paul, directly.
I'll show you something around, okay? I'm ready.
Okay, now, I know you quite well for a very, very long time already. And in different kind of situations, because you're the chairman of our foundation for the school. You used to be a student of mine long time ago. You're a very good friend. You're a very smart handyman. Yeah. And you kind of own a bungalow or so or a few bungalows maybe in Limburg. So yeah, you are very, very important in my life at least. But that is not what we're talking about. We're talking about you today. And can you tell us a little bit about when and where you started diving and when and where you started making videos underwater?
Okay. Actually, I started diving in the 1980s already when I was in the military. But that I didn't finish because they figured out before I started I had an operation, so they wouldn't take any responsibility when something happened, so they threw me out. And it was pity because actually I wanted to start there. After a while in 1993, then I started diving by Paddy. And after a few courses like OED, Advanced, and so on and so on and so on, then you also want to see more from the world. And I joined a group and did a liveaboard in Egypt. That was in 1994, and I saw a friend of mine filming over there. And it makes me very enthusiastic after I seen this film, because he filmed, he edited, and made it for the group. He showed it in the group after a meeting from the journey to live aboard, and so I get started enthusiastic to film, and that's why I started actually in 1995 to film for myself. I had a camera. I didn't have a water house or on the water case, but I buy it, and then I started complete blind, complete blind, but I just started.
So this picture that is now on the screen, is that in Egypt? Is that the first time you used a housing?
No. This is the third housing I have, because I have a lot of underwater cases houses. So, but this is one I have to look. This is the third one. It's in light and motion, and in it is a Sony camera, and this is the third one.
And this is the third one. So how many underwater houses do you have in total?
I started with, I have to read it because I started with a Sony CCD. Oh, I lost my, I started with a Sony CCD GR2000E camera. Yeah, like that. It's on the, I guess on the right side at the top.
Yeah.
With a Subel underwater cases. And that's if you have a picture of this.
I couldn't find those. It was very difficult to find those pictures of those underwater housings, but I did find the cameras.
Okay, if you can see me, this one is the underwater. This is the first one.
That's the first
one. Big one. It's a Subel. It's a very heavy one, and I had to modify something because I built some stuff on it to have the plates for the lights and everything, and that was the first one with the big camera. It was
that's
not
that's the Sony. And
yeah, that's Sony. And
is that
this
like
was a camera. You can only do it by tapes. This was the first one.
That was my question.
Yeah. But you can see it's a heavy one. It's a lot of stuff to travel with. So after a while, I decided to do it smaller. And then I had this little one with this little camera. It's the GVC camera, the GR-DVX707A Mini. This is the small tapes. It's all tapes, and the underwater case was also from GVC. So
are they still functional, Paul?
Yeah. I can still use it, and it's all controlled by the handles. So it's still functional, and I can still use it, even with the cameras. But all the stuff I have, I can still film and use it. That will be no problem. I only have to check the O-rings because you have to be very, very careful. And that's why I have my latest camera, but I will explain it later. After this is, I had a Sony a better camera because this was also a CCD camera, because it makes better quality of underwater footage. And but it was still with the small tapes. And after this, I decided to get a better camera, because if you're filming and it's like making photos and everything, you try and then you figure out, okay, there's a limitation what you can do with the camera, and if you are happy with the quality of the footage you have, the light is good, the balance is good, can you do some functions in the water? That's why I by the last one till now, because it's a lot of money every time, I have now a small camera, and this is a Canon, and this is a Canon you can do by SD card, and it's lighter and it's much easier. I use the normal little SD cards. You have to be you have to know which card you need, because there are a lot of different SD cards for it. And I have the house I have is it's still a light and motion house, and you see there's a big monitor on the back and some buttons you can make settings. And the big profit of this underwater houses, you can do, example, the red filter, you can have it in the front by the handle, and you can do all settings by the handles. And that's why I choose this camera, because you can do a lot of settings underwater, like zooming, well, filming, the red filter, I explained it already. Yeah. What very important is the white balance. I can do this underwater. So at every level I dive, I can do the settings for the white balance.
You have a trick for the white balance, huh, Paul?
Yeah, I will explain it later. Oh, yeah.
You will explain it later.
Okay, we do it now.
No, how?
Not yet.
So what dishes? And people are asking why. Now, every time I visit some place.
Paul, just a sec.
Sorry.
How heavy is that camera housing? The last one.
Sorry.
How heavy? How heavy is it?
This will be around 3-4 kilos.
Okay.
But I will explain it later when you use it in the water. Okay. For
so why exactly do you like videography underwater?
Sorry, I can't hear you very bad.
Why do you actually like videography underwater?
Actually, it's only for myself, and learn you to look at the behavior of the marine life in a different way.
Okay.
If you normally dive, and you dive in a group, you go fast, and sometimes you dive with a guide. He show you some things, but there are many other things, and behavior of the animals sometimes can be completely different.
We have a couple of shots from you. Yeah. And Arjen is ready to play the first one, and maybe you can comment a little bit on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Playing.
Yeah. Here's the first video that you sent us. This is almost a year ago that you sent it to us, but here we go. So Paul, feel free to comment.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for the start.
Yeah, I think it's our network that's causing some problems.
Actually, I can see much.
Okay. Well, it's running here. Maybe we should give it a minute. Okay, let me just pause it there. Do you see anything else on your screen, Paul, right now, or not?
I can see not much. It's the quality is very poor.
Yeah. Well, I do apologize. That's the Indonesian glass fiber high-speed internet we have here. So that's something we can't do much about. But we'll just continue the video, and hopefully everyone else can see something of this.
And for everybody, the movie is really nice. It's just our connection that's really
yeah, actually, it's the quality of the video is much better.
Yes.
So unfortunately, I can start this from home now, but some other time I will start it from home. It's all filmed in in Lambay, I guess. I don't can really recognize.
Isn't that bad, the quality?
This is Bunaki.
Yeah.
In juvenile
That
fish.
fish, yeah. So, Paul.
That's a pity. Yeah, that's an orang-utan crab. But
Paul, according to you, what is the most difficult thing about making underwater video?
now, the most difficult is to keep your camera steady, and especially when you're filming macro. So you have to have full control over your camera, and that's just very, very important that you practice a lot. Example, in the swimming pool, and to have the right buoyancy of your camera, and to keep it steady, it's very, very hard. You can use a tripod or something like that, or something else, but I don't like to put my camera on the reef. The sand it will do, but that's make it hard sometimes to keep your camera steady, especially when you have a lot of current. Then you have to hook on the reef with a reef hook, and that makes it very difficult. But and what very difficult is by filming is you have to wait to predict that something has happened by the animal and the life underwater. That takes time, and that's very difficult of filming.
Just a minute here. Wim is asking if this is on YouTube. Actually, Wim, you can find all of these videos that we plan to show, but yeah, the quality is just, the internet speed here is just not suitable for this kind of streaming at the moment. We did this kind of thing before and then it was fine, so I guess we're just not lucky with it today. But Wim, you can find all of Paul's video in our video playlist on our Facebook page. So just go on the Facebook page, click videos, and then find Underwater Life, and there you'll find a bunch of Paul's videos. And they are in much, much better quality than we can show you here. Yes.
Yeah, it's a pity, but we can't help it at the moment.
Yeah. Albert has a question for you, Paul.
Yeah?
He wants to know, what lights are you using?
Okay, I have different lights. Actually, I now have all LED. I have to put my house away because it's... Oh! I have some different lights. I have the other one. Example, this is one lamp. I have to go back. Then I can tell you the name of the
can you hold it in front of the camera?
Yep.
Nice.
I will turn it on because you're complete blind, but I use LEDs, and it has a, sorry? I didn't hear the question, Ian.
No. We have a bit of a delay. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. So I will, Albert, I use LED, and you have to watch what kind of fluid it has, so that you don't have to point, and what the temperature of the color is. Most of the lamps you can set full, half, and that is where you have pay attention on, because most of the time I use 2 lamps, sometimes 3 lamps, and by using the lamps it can be very difficult to have the right position of the lamps, because you can have shadows. If you have this and the position is not right, you have to go further back with your camera and zoom in. Then you have the full light, and you have to figure out when you're using the lamps. But most of the times, yeah, you don't not always need the lamps, because the the sensibility of the sensor of the camera is much better now, then it will take all the lights and you have good results of your footage. So,
yeah.
But it depends from what you're filming.
Yeah, and I guess
when
that
you're
also
using the lights.
answers Albert's question about whether you use 1 or 2 lights. As a matter of fact, you use apparently also sometimes 3 lights.
Yeah.
Great. Jasper, yeah, and Jasper is saying you film for the same reason that I like to take pictures, just to see what the animals do, and you can stay with an animal for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you don't have to be in a hurry, especially when you take photos
but
of film.
sometimes what we see here is that we get complaint from the buddy or from the partner of the one that is making video or photography. Can you tell us how you solve that problem? Because your buddy,
the buddy system, yeah, I have a very nice buddy. That's Yvonne. Many people know her. And when she's swimming around, most of the time we are together or we have a kite. But we are, when we dive a lot on places, the people know us, so we allowed to go by ourselves with the 2 of us. And but she, yeah, when she is around, sometimes I'm filming and I follow the fish of whatever it is. Then she will be sometimes be in the picture. And you saw the fins she using. Oh, that's like an explosion of light in the camera.
Yeah, so these pink fins.
Yeah, that's these pink fins. You can, yeah. I will, for the next time I will do this, I will try to find some shots where she's passing by, and that's terrible. But but the buddy can also be disturbed, because you have to know the position when you do this with your buddy. For example, something you have to be sure she's always on the side where the currents go, because if she is at the other side and she uses her fins of somewhere else, the sediment is coming up, and then you have a nice cloud in your film. Oh, that's lovely from your buddy. So, buddy has to stay very far away. You can use your buddy to find something and to look.
I have a follow-up question on that. My question to you is: do you what happens in the water? Does that stay in? You take it out the water as well?
Sorry, I'm sorry. I can hear you very bad, Arjen. Can you have
My question is, when you and your buddy are have sediment conflict, does that stay in the water?
Or you take it out of the water also?
Yeah. It's
just one there, and then it's over.
And then it's done. Right.
Good.
Perfect.
I have to wait, or if I want to film this, I have to wait, and then you have to wait for several minutes. But okay, otherwise, yeah, then I have to move on. That's it's happened. And you have also to concern by filming, and many people doesn't know this. Sometimes people are behind you, and they want to see in the monitor what you're filming, or they want to look what you're filming. And that can be also a problem, because they take away the lights, especially when you film on a wall or something like that. It takes away the lights, and that's a pity. And that's why you have to be sure which buddy you pick or guide you pick, and they know what you do and how to move.
You have a huge fan club, Paul, because we get one comment after the other. Say, well, your buddy should make pictures too, so you don't have to bother. And Cindy also growls underwater sometimes. And Jennifer said, yeah, and when we are swimming in a group, the whole group has to wait for us to finish. And yeah, my experience is that photographers and videographers, they actually only have only one, and that is the thing in their hands, their camera.
Like Albert says.
Like Albert says, yeah. And everybody else, because for safety, I think the buddies are more responsible swimming around and taking care of safety than the people that are actually shooting pictures or moving. What do you think?
Sorry, I can't hear you very. The connection is very bad. I can hear you not very good.
Okay. Well, I said that in my experience, photographers and videographers only have one buddy, and that is the camera in their hands. And the buddies, if they are around, they are the ones responsible for the buddy contact and safety. What do you think about that?
Yeah, yeah, especially the safety, because once I was filming baby sharks, and then the buddy has to warn me because mama shark was behind me and was circling around me. So that's why I also need a buddy to take care of my protection when something passing by, what can be dangerous. But that's also good for a buddy you have. But some when I'm just filming with a group, before this I start and I explain also to the guide, can I please on the back, and we keep in contact, and he can point when he have seen something, and then I can film it when the group all pass by, so that I don't have problems with the group. That's also, so you don't have to be alone, but if you have to dive with a group. But most of the time, it's better to be only with a buddy.
Yeah, and yeah, that's true. And the buddies sometimes are very lucky. Jennifer says it's more important for the buddy to look back, because when you're focusing long on something, very often something interesting is happening on the backside.
Yeah.
And I can state that one time my son was diving with us, and we were diving in Banca, and he borrowed my camera, and he drank very, very tiny nudibranch, and everybody around him was shouting, and he was annoyed about that manta flying over his head, and he never saw it.
Yeah, it happened. Happens to me many times, because once there was filming a little nudie branch, and there was a snorkeling above me, because it was not very deep. It was on the top of the reef, and I was filming the nudie branch, and then she was yelling through the snorkel because there was a big shark swimming behind my back. And after the dive, she told me, "Yeah, did you see the shark?" I said, "I filmed just the nudie branch. The shark was behind you." I said, "Okay."
Yep.
It happens. Huh?
It happens. Right.
Yeah.
So what is, according to you, what is the most exciting shot that you ever made? Or footage, you'd say?
There are many, but for example, I was in Malapascua in the Philippines, and we did some night dives. Every evening we did a night dive, because I want to film the mandarin fish. That was not very near the shore, and so it was easy to enter. It was not deep. You could take your time, was no limit. And every time we dive, and the mandarin fish were coming out, but we were still always with the group together. And I couldn't take actually a good shot of it. So I asked also to the guide, is it possible that I stay on that specific place, and you keep me in your eye, and then I can make that shot. So I sit already for 1 hour on one point under the water, and nothing happens. I have to wait. Yeah, there were some seahorses. There was a blue ring octopus, but I was not interested in that. I just wanted to film the mandarin fish. And then at the end, it was already complete dark, and I had the lamps very soft. And then the couple came out, the big one, the female, and the small one, the male, and they swim just in the front of the camera and full in the lights, and the back was complete black. It was a lovely, lovely shot, and it takes for 3, 4, 5 minutes. They were chancing, they were looking at the camera. It was a lovely, lovely shots. And there were some friends of mine were from Germany, and one guy, he passed away, unfortunately. It's a pity. Was a very, very good filmer. And he was from Germany, and he showed us in the television on the ZDF, the German broadcast, and that was actually the best shot. But I have a lot of very nice shots. Another example is from a very nice shot. It was on the Delphin Reef in Egypt. This is like a horseshoe reef. You can swim in. It's not allowed to go actually dive there. You have to snorkel or in the front. There was on Delphin Reef. There were dolphins, and they were circling around. There was also a young dolphin was there, and in the entrance of the horseshoe there was a shark, and I saw the shark already, and the dolphins were circling around with the youngest in the middle, and then the shark was too close, and the whole group of dolphins, they how do you call this, to chase away the shark, and that was I filmed this also. It's only on tape, and till now I couldn't edit it, but I will do it. Right. And that was a lovely, lovely, lovely shot. But I also have
another clip if we could try just to see if it does anything.
Hopefully. Yeah. But I also have lovely shots of Manta Rays and Raja Ampat, mandarin fish on land bank.
We have a picture here of you filming Manta Ray.
Yep. That's me. I'm filming. This is on Manta Point in Raja Ampat. And it's not very far from Cree Island. And mantas are. I do some lovely shots also over there because the manta was coming very, very, very close, and I had to go back to the bottom with my camera, and he touched me almost, and that was very, very lovely shot I make over there. But there are many, many shots. I make also very lovely shots. That was also in Madagascar from treasure sharks. They are lovely, lovely, like aluminium, with a very, very long tail and very big black eyes. There are lovely shots. And
nice. Let's take a look because both who was it, Jasper and yourself, you enjoy to see the animals' behavior. You got some great footage of long-arm octopus behavior in the Lembeck Strait. Quickly take a look at that one. If the connection is still this terrible, it is what it is, but you can find, again, for everyone else watching, you can find this on our Facebook page as well, but let's just give you a taste of what it looks like, these long-arm octopuses.
Okay.
Hello, Bill. Good morning.
Hij moet wel wachten, Axel.
I hope you can see this.
Yeah, we can see it, but actually the footage, the video is better, but
okay, good.
It's okay. It's okay now.
wow, there are two.
Yeah, I was filming one octopus, and the other one is coming over me, over the camera, and attack the other one. If they are, I don't know what they're doing.
Well, I think they're mating.
Yes, I think
Yeah,
so too.
or they are friendly, or
I think they're very friendly.
Yeah. You can call it friendly.
You could call it friendly.
Yeah, you could.
but this is also like an example. I was filming. I was complete by my own and my buddy. I was filming, and I took my time. And then the group was coming, and they didn't have time, and actually they wanted to push me away. That also happens.
Yeah. Divers pushing each other away. The animals will still be there. You can still film to live. You still live to film another day. And,
Yep.
you know, if you really want to take your time filming or photographing, just keep driving behind.
Exactly.
Then you can make beautiful shots like this.
And nobody bothers you.
No.
Nobody rushes you.
Yeah,
so-
exactly. So that would be my personal advice if you want to film stuff like this. So I'm reading. Albert has to go. He says thanks, Paul.
Okay, bye, Albert.
Greetings to you all until next time. And yeah, so that was the long octopus. Lovely footage.
And Paul, what is the most embarrassing or the most disappointing shot that you ever made, or footage that you ever made, or thing that happened?
The most disappointing thing is like all people will. What will happen underwater is a flutter camera or underwater housing. I lost only one camera till now, so I'm lucky. But that was the more disappointing thing. And everything when I start to make the settings, and that the white balance is not correct. So is why I actually have the dishwashers, because I go when I'm in a hotel or or in a resort, I will always take from the dish, because this is
Wait.
ceramic.
You take that from a hotel?
You took
Yeah.
it from a resort. Did
I
you take
put it
plates
in my
before?
jacket,
Oh my God.
whole vacation, and when they're lucky, they get it back.
Oh, when they're lucky.
Yeah,
Hmm.
when they're
I
lucky,
will
they
keep
get
my
it back.
eyes on you next time.
But it's the right white color.
We should get
That's
black.
why I use it. Because if you use the slate, you can see it not very good, but the slate always, it's can you see it? Yeah?
Yeah,
That's
it's a
better.
little bit yellowish, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep. This is white, and that is very, very important. That's and because I can do by the handle the white balance in the water, I can set it now very, very good. But I take a long time, and every vacation, when people are traveling with me, the first 1 or 3 days from the vacations, I was only concentrating on setting the camera okay, to have the right balance, and that was a hard day, 3 days for the people who are with me in the vacation. But so but it's all by experience. Now it's just I take it in the water, make my white balance, it's correct, I can film. That's do I have more disappointing some when when you're using tapes in the past in Egypt, you do several dives. When you're on the boat, you go out and you do 2-3 dives a day. You don't go back to the resort or to the hotel. So people are wanted to know in a dive what you have filming. So okay, take out your camera, show the pictures you are filming. Okay, you have to play back, play back. You put your tape again in your camera, and in the afternoon you're filming again. Yeah. And then in the evening you come in the hotel and people, oh, I have some lovely shots today, and you show nothing on the tape, only other footage, because
you filmed right over it.
Yeah, I'm filming right over it. So that's very disappointing, and also you can be very disappointing over some people have the name from Mr. Wrong Button, because they start filming. Oh, that's a very nice shark, and you stop your camera. Okay, and then later on you're looking at your camera and you want to start again. Oh, it's still playing. Then you figure out you didn't film the shark because you turn off your camera, and those are very, very disappointing things.
I know that feeling, Paul. I have beautiful shots from only my bum, my fins, and my legs.
It happens. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
I didn't say I'm the best of us.
No, I didn't say either. I just said it happens to them.
Yeah. And something else what can be very disappointing is when you on a boat for 2 hours or something like that, and Simona knows this also from South Africa. You go out, you're sitting on a boat for 2 hours. When you are comfortable, or when you're on a Zodiac for 2 hours, it's crazy. And then you jump in the water because there are mantas, or there are treasure sharks, or there are hammerheads. Example in the Moluccan, and nothing is there, or there's so much current. You can hold your camera, and that's disappointing also.
Yes.
There's always another day, though, right?
Yeah. Well, not when you're on holiday. There's not always another day.
There's always another holiday then.
There's
I will correct myself. Right. So, like Jennifer is saying, the best things are happening after everything was flooded, after your camera was flooded and you're diving without your camera for the first time. That's when you see that fresher shark, or that hammerhead, or that
exactly
holy grail that you really wanted to film, but then you don't have it because your camera's flooded. Of course, that happens. Cindy, that's what we like to see. I love to film and photograph. I just back up to give other people the chance to film and photograph, because you share the water. That's the best way to do it. And,
that's why can I give any comment on that? Because I did this also. If people were, Cindy, I did this all the times. When people coming near, I go away, let them see. When they were back gone, then I started to film again. But after a while, don't do this again. If you're the first one who see the fish or whatever, take your time. The other should wait. Otherwise, you don't have the footage film. Yeah.
Okay, Paul. Not everybody is convinced that they want to get into very professional equipment. There's a lot of action cameras in the market. How would you compare the quality between, let's say, an underwater setup like you have, and the compact cameras or the action cameras? And you also can say, like the photo cameras that can actually also make a video, or like what you see here, the action cameras that actually can make stills. If you would compare the quality, how would you comment on that?
Actually, GoPro prove already that the compact cameras, you can make lovely shots with this. You can complain about it, but the problem is you can take a shot, but you can not have many You can, example, if you want to make a close-up or a macro or whatever, you can do this with this camera. And so you have a limitation, but what you can film, and but they make lovely, lovely shots. Example, you have also another one is Paralens. You have also a picture of it, Arjen.
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
Paralens. You have also also a compact camera. This the new ones, but they have the possibility, or they do the white balance underwater, and they make also lovely, lovely shots, and they get better and better. It's even with the GoPro, you get better and better. And
actually, Jasper is
being with you.
He's condoning the Paralens.
Yeah.
It's
Never heard of it.
Yeah, oh, it's a very good camera. It's I guess from Denmark or Sweden. The guys were next to us in Germany at the show. Simon.
Yeah.
That's why I talk a lot with these people over there, because I was interested in the camera, and it's a very good camera. And also when you start, it's a very good camera. And
so you say when you start, how would you say price-wise, if you want to start making video, how do you look at price until? So what is the setup that you have, and when you start making videos, about how much money would you spend? What do you think?
Yeah, example, we can start a film. That's a pity, because I have also a camera of 50 euros. We used it in Raja Ampat with the Mantas. It makes lovely shots. It was only 50 euro, and it transfer the footage to your laptop. But GoPro, they about 400 euro. Paralens about 500, 600 euro. Yeah, it's how you can spend a lot of money of it, but it depends from what you want. If you are be happy with the results of the GoPro, it's okay. But if you want to go further on, have more shots like macro or big shots from sharks, and you need another camera, and that costs a lot of money, because only the houses, and now I'm not sure about this anymore, because many cameras, photo cameras, can also film.
Yeah, and this is exactly what Graham is saying. He's shooting with a Canon 5D Mark IV, which can shoot 4K video as well. But it's still a better still photography camera than a movie camera. But it's always there in the one unit, just in case you need it.
Yeah, it's maybe the opposite of the GoPro, which is actually a movie camera.
It's a great video camera.
But it makes
okay stills.
Okay stills.
For decent quality video on a budget, the GoPro is the way to go.
It's actually,
And now also this Paralens.
Yeah.
And Graham, rightfully so, this is the motto of every photographer: the best camera or movie camera is always the one you have with you, and that's basically the bottom line.
I agree that, Graham. I agree with this, because I have seen people with. It's also with the photography. I've seen people with very big cameras.
Yeah.
And bad pictures. Also with
man behind.
And then. Example, then Yvonne is coming with a small Canon camera, but if you do the right settings,
it's all relative. I think you can take beautiful videos with a mobile phone in a plastic bag if you want to, but it depends on how you use it and how creative you are. Speaking of creativity, Paul, because you're a videographer pur sang. And of course, when you shoot video, you want to make, you're not just going to show your friends and family your raw shots. So, of course, you have to edit your videos as well. Videos with? What's your weapon of choice?
Sorry, I lost the last part, because you were
program you use to edit your videos.
That's also a long story. When I started, and
Well, if you
a lot
could
of
keep it short, it
disappointings.
would be awesome.
But now I'm using only Final Cut Pro.
Final Cut Pro.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and just very briefly, what do you like about Final Cut Pro?
I have a lot of disappointments with other programs.
Okay. It just was a bit frozen. Yeah. Did you get that?
Sorry.
Yeah. So it just feels right to use Final Cut Pro to you.
Can you repeat the question, please? Because
sure. So my question was, using Final Cut Pro is comfortable for you at this point?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And
so we're going to have another stream where we focus a little bit more on editing. So we keep this one a little bit short, but you still have a couple of funny stories, if I'm not mistaken. Something about drinking beer.
No, after a day of hard working, because diving is hard work and film is also hard work. When you diving with a big camera, and there's a lot of current or a lot of disappointings, then it's good that after the dive you have with your friends a beer in the water. This was a nice picture on Prince John. It's also in central Sulawesi.
Right.
Yeah. And yeah, but you have to relax after the dive. So this,
Graham has he added some information. Some of the new housings for the mobile phones will enable people to make some half decent movies, which means that they're pretty decent, giving the increasing quality of the phone cameras. I think that's true, but you know, if you hear the decent cell phones, and
yeah, if you're looking at iPhone territory.
Oh my God! Yeah. And then put them in a housing and then scaring. Yeah.
But yeah, even the cheaper Android phones, they can shoot in either 4K or Full HD. You know, so it just depends what you want to do with it.
Yeah.
And then we have Cindy saying we had a person on board. They didn't know how their camera worked, and he preferred to have the guide explain it to him. And this person bought this camera, brand new, for €10. And then you go on holiday, you don't know how it works, and you ask a guide to explain it to you.
I've seen it many times.
Yeah.
And guides know, the guides, they are pretty smart with these things.
Very knowledgeable.
Yeah, because they see so many people with cameras. Yeah. And they like to learn. They cannot afford to have a camera like that, but they really enjoy learning about it.
Yeah. So yeah, I want to play another video just to see, because last clip played fairly well. Now let's see. Paul, how about I will call out the names of the videos, and you just tell play.
Sorry?
I have, let's see, I have nudibranchs, a compilation of nudibranchs, a night dive in North Sulawesi, crustaceans, so crabs and lobsters and shrimp.
The nudibranch is very nice because there are lovely shots in it.
Yeah.
And something.
Sometimes so we go for the right. Let's go for the nudibranchs.
And sometimes it was very hard to film because they were very small.
Yeah, and we can see that because the quality is good. Here we go.
Oh, it's a better quality.
Good. And which camera did you use to film this?
This is the Canon camera.
Right, your latest one?
My latest one, yeah.
Right.
This all filmed 2080, 2 years ago.
Right.
When was the last time there was a possibility to visit? This is all land bay. It's all land bay. The most of the footage you can see on the videos by Thalassa. It's all much footage from land bay.
Because for those who don't know, Paul sent us these videos right about after Corona struck us, and he was like, "Hey, I've got all this great stuff. I've got all these videos that I shot. You know, what if you feature me every week or whenever I finish a video, just put it on your Facebook page?" So we did. And, the result is absolutely fantastic.
Beautiful.
I have a lot of more footage, but it's not from land bay. It's not from land bay. So, but actually, I want to only show what you can see and find in land bay.
Yeah. Well, I think for the rest, I would recommend everyone just check out the video section.
Oh, this is the best part. This is the best part.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
With the emperor shrimp.
Oh, with the emperor shrimp. Oh, nice shot, because they're very, very tiny. Oh.
It was hard to film because I used the macro lens. This one is example. If you buy this, it's only 800 euro, so it's also very expensive. But you can make the macro.
Beautiful.
But that is very. It's very hard to keep your camera steady, because when you're moving around with your camera with macro, no chance. You can forget it.
Well,
and I film it all by hand, and
yeah. Well,
next time I will
very steady hand.
Next time I will bring a tripod or stative.
When are you coming?
As soon as possible.
Will we share a beer?
In the water.
In the water?
Only one.
You and me.
I have two hands, so.
Well, me too.
Okay.
Sounds like a deal, eh?
Are there still any questions, or is it?
Well, not a lot of questions as so much, except people like to share their own experiences as well. So Cindy's 10,000 euro story we just covered, and Jasper is saying he bought his wide angle, which was expensive, 450 euros, and he's like 800. Wow, what do you have to say to that?
Yeah.
It's all relative.
Yeah, it's all relative, but it depends from where you have it from, or the quality. It's all about quality. Yep.
Anyway, I think that about covers. It was a photo lens, he said. Yeah, that's a little bit different. Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not super technical with that stuff. But the pictures and the videos are sure fine. Dagmar, thanks. I think it's about that time in Vancouver.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And you guys, you are really, really super fans. Really. And yeah, we can't wait to see you again. Really.
Yeah. And Graham, thanks a lot, Paul, for sharing your videos and expertise. I'll join you for a beer or two in Limbe as soon as.
Yeah, sure.
I will come over from Manado.
Yes, yeah, do come over.
Yeah.
So, and Cindy is very impressed, and we agree. Sorry we couldn't make more. We couldn't show you more, but a bit of a squeeze between the interview and showing the footages. But Jasper is very happy as well.
Thank you for the stream.
Thank you for joining, and I think we're about to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, I think so. Can we do one more clip?
Yeah.
Well, it's almost nighttime in Vancouver. What about the night dive?
Yeah. So what we'll do, Paul, thank you very much for your time and answering our questions and getting on the hot seat with us. Everyone else, thanks a lot for joining. And we
Have
will
a nice
leave you.
weekend.
Have a great
Beautiful
week.
weekend.
We will leave you with a clip of a night dive in North Sulawesi, shot by Paul here. And we would love to see you guys again on our next broadcast next week.
Yep. I will keep you posted about the first flight from Singapore on the 28th.
Definitely. Yes. So let's get that lined up. Night dive. So for now, everyone, see you later. Paul, thanks. See you later. Stick around.
Bye. Thank you.
Oh, don't shut down yet. Yep,
Okay.
we can talk
Bye,
after
Ray.
the script.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.